Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday meditation gathering. I'm so glad you're all here to share this time together. Meditation gets energy and power when we meditate together. This week, we have Lia Steinson, who's going to lead us in meditation. Then we'll have 20 minutes of silence. After that, we'll open it up for sharing, and we end at 10:45. Over to you, Lia.
Thank you, Dan. It's lovely to be back. Really enjoy doing this meditation morning, and so beautiful to see all your lovely faces and so many people that I know. It's great to be here. Thank you. I'll ask you to close your eyes. I'm going to start with a short invocation, I call it. I wrote, it's like a prayer, I guess. I wrote it for the groups that I run myself, and it seems to be a nice start to whatever work we do together. So if you close your eyes, I'll leave a space at the end of each line. You might like to say it for yourself as well as listen to it. You can say it obviously out loud because you're muted, or in your head, in your heart, if you prefer. From the heart of divine love to the heart of my being, to the heart of your being. Let us today be transported by the light to rest in divine love. I am not a body, I am pure spirit. You are not a body, you are pure spirit. When we each remember who we really are, we know there is no separation. We are one. Keep your eyes closed a moment, just feel those words. We are one. We are one. We are one. Across the internet, so wonderful, separated in body, so we can feel it even more strongly. Incredible truth and power of our oneness. Just gradually open your eyes when you're ready. So to introduce the meditation I'd like to do with you today, which is going to be focused on choosing love. And I'm very inspired by the latter words, or the right at the end of the text, about choosing once again. And the choosing is to align our strength with the strength of the Holy Spirit, to remember that on our own we are weak, and to align ourselves there. And in that place, to choose again, to choose to be loved. And this for me is very powerful because it involves my spiritual will. And we can't be just flaky with this. That feeling that in me I have this spiritual will, I have courage, I have wisdom that's given to me by God, and I can use the strength I get from God to choose to be loved. And it's a choice that I make, and we can make every single day, and in fact every single moment. And for my reference, I've taken a couple of pieces from the text. One, I'm just going to read to you, which I think is very powerful, from Reason and Perception. I am responsible for what I see. I choose the feelings I experience, and I decide upon the goal I would achieve. And everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for and receive as I have asked. So that sets the tone, really, doesn't it? This taking responsibility for the world that we see, because it's a projection. What we perceive, we have projected. So we have to work with our projector, the place that we create the world, so we make the world that we see. And then I went from there in thinking about this to the teachings in a wonderful chapter, The Obstacles to Peace. And there we're reminded or taught that every single day we choose to have proved to us what we think is already right. So if we come from the standpoint of fear and that the world is a dangerous, fearful, aggressive, dark place, our beliefs can be reinforced all the time, every day. And the Course teaches us that, in effect, symbolically, we send out messengers. So we say to our messengers, off you go, bring back information to me, bring back proof that the dark world that I see is correct. Yeah? Or we can send out messengers, or somewhere in the middle, because where we are on our personal spectrum of moving from fear to love. Or we can say, okay, I know that this world is full of love. I know I'm full of love. I am love, that everybody is love. And I need that proof to me today. So off you go, messengers. Bring back to me tonight or during the day, bring back to me confirmation that that's right. So off go my little messengers symbolically. And they will bring back to me proof. They will bring back examples of love and compassion in action, of kindness, of goodness, of wonder and beauty. And so I will be right. Whichever I choose, I can receive information from these symbolic messengers to prove that I am right. So I'm just going to read you what the Course is, because that's my interpretation. So it's I can't read it all because I spend a little bit of time here at the beginning to set the scene for the meditation. So this is a little bit from the text. Fear's messengers steal guiltily away in hungry search of guilt, for they are kept cold and starving and made very vicious by their master, who allows them to feast only on what they return to him. So really harsh picture, isn't it? But I am in charge of these messengers. If I don't send these messengers out, there's nobody to bring you back the proof of how guilty and fearful this world is. Then very, very wonderful. Love's messengers are gently sent and return with messages of love and gentleness. What fear would feed upon, love overlooks. What fear demands, love cannot even see. Love's messengers are as eager to return to you what they hold dear as are the others. Only the blameless and the beautiful, the gentle and the kind. The world will be transformed before your sight. And I just find that's really shivery. So clear, so strong that we are in charge of what we see, because we decide in advance and we in effect send out our messengers to have what we think proved to us. So today, for me, this is about choosing to send our messengers out so that they come back and prove to us that the world is filled with love and beauty. Okay. So just that little bit of time to cover that. And I'm going to ask you in a minute to focus your meditation on choosing love. Now, you could adjust those words if you preferred, but what I suggest is that you say either I choose love or you say I am love. It all amounts, to the same thing. It just depends, how you feel about it. But in meditation and in our lives in general, it's really important that we are aware of what we think, because every thought that we have is creative. It's always projecting out and creating the world that we see and the world that we perceive. So I think for me in my work, one of the most important things of all is to be aware always of what I'm thinking and exchange my fear thoughts for thoughts of love. Thoughts, I call thoughts I think with God. So in meditation, we can choose a thought that we think is God, a thought that is true. And only truth is true, as the Course tells us. So we can choose thoughts that take us into a day that's going to be filled with love, because these symbolic messengers will come back to us and prove that the world is indeed filled with love and beauty. Okay, so I'll just spend a little bit of time at the beginning of the meditation just taking you in, because in my experience, having taught meditation and done it for a long, long time, it's one of the most difficult things you'll ever do. So it isn't possible for most people just to close their eyes and go into silence. If you're one of those people who can, that's fabulous. But most people find themselves dogged by thinking. So what I'm suggesting is that as you breathe, you say the words like I am love or I choose love, and you fit them to your breathing. So you feel them sort of riding on your breath and you stay with it. And every time you lose your way, as you probably will, you just catch it, take a breath, come back, remember, remember who you really are. And if you can use this meditation time to really feel the depth of being love or choosing love, it will make your whole day filled with love. And hopefully we just keep going the whole of our lives filled with love. Okay, so I'm going to suggest now you close your eyes. And at the end of the meditation, I'm going to make 3 chimes on my Tibetan bowl. So it'll start quite quiet and then just a little bit louder. So you've got a time just to gently come back, and then I'll just ease you into opening your eyes and hand back to Dan. So listen out for the chimes at the end of the meditation. So close your eyes now, please. Sit as upright as you can. When we lean back in meditation, what tends to happen is like an inner message that, okay, this is a nice little rest now, and it's much more likely that we'll drift off or feel sleepy. So as far as you can, just sit really upright. If you want to put a cushion behind your back, feel your spine erect, your feet on the ground, really grounded there through your feet, and your hands just resting right in your lap. Just as well, think about balancing your head well on your neck. So if your eyes were open, the line of your gaze will be parallel with the ground. Now take some deep breaths. Feel yourself breathing through your nose and out through your mouth. And feel that each breath in takes you to a deeper and deeper place of spirit, of truth. When you breathe out through your mouth, say the words, I let go. Letting go of ego, letting go of thinking. You might be able to hear the birds singing here. There's just one little bird at the moment. That's such a wonderful thing, because to go deep into meditation, you need to be present, entirely present in this moment now. So our focus is only on what's happening now. So it's your breath, the movement of your body, and the sensations in your body, and the sound around you. Just letting it all be. No resistance. And then letting your breathing settle down. Just a gentle rise and fall of your chest. Remembering what we are taught, that we are love, peace, and joy, the essence of our being. I always feel I say to myself, oh yes, I remember. That's who I am. Now, the word. You call it a mantra to your meditation. I'm suggesting I am love, or I choose love. Obviously, you can choose a different approach. It's just my suggestion if you'd like to do it. Work with fitting the words to your breath, so the words flow with your breathing. It's even, repetitive, and calm. And each time you say those words, feel it go deeper. So there's a feeling of realizing the truth drops from your head into your being, choose love. So rest now in God. Gently returning, taking some deep breaths. And gradually, when you're ready, opening your eyes. I'll hand you back to Dan.
Okay. We have approximately 17 minutes left for sharing reflections and questions. If you'd like to speak, raise your hand, or you can use the reactions button at the bottom of the screen, and I'll take you off of mute. And if you'd like to ask Lia a question or a comment with confidentiality, you can put your message in the chat function at the bottom of the screen. Anyone have a comment?
Maybe I could just ask how people found the meditation with affirming that they choose love or that they are love. Were you finding, if you did that, that you got deeper and you gradually began to realize it more? Wondered how people found it.
Danielle, take yourself off mute.
Danielle.
There you go. Good.
Hi, thanks, Lia, for a wonderful meditation. I don't normally meditate, I can't remember the last time I sat down and, and sort of meditate, but your meditation was very strong. And all of a sudden, even before we started, I saw lots of patterns, and it was like the blood cells moving around.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you started the meditation, I saw the matrix. And the matrix was just there, and it wouldn't shift. And I was saying lots of prayers and so on. I said, we've got to shift this matrix where we're stuck in this dome, and we've got to get out. And eventually, at the end of the meditation, we all got out, and I couldn't see the matrix anymore.
Wow.
And I said, oh, we've won. We've won. It's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but I don't normally see these things. And as I said, it was the matrix was really strong. It just wouldn't move, wouldn't shift, and we were just stuck.
Wow. And you got unstuck. And did
Yeah.
you experience the love? Was that what shifted it for you?
I don't know. I didn't think about love at all. It was just the matrix had to go.
Yes. Wonderful. Thank you, Danielle. I'm so pleased, because if you're not used to meditating, sometimes it can be really hard, but you really dropped into it. Thank you.
Yeah, I did. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Kirsty, do you have a comment?
Hi, Kirsty.
Hi, Lia. Hi. That was beautiful, really beautiful. Thank you, and exactly what I needed to hear today, because it is so very resonant with me what you say about I was just, funny enough, just when I was walking the dog this morning, I was trying to remember exactly what the passage was that you actually read out, and that was the one about you see what you kind of set out to see, and you send out messengers to bring you back what you actually believe in, and it's such a wonderful reminder. So thank you for that. But one thing I did find during the meditation was that my mind wandered, and even though part of me really, really wants to do this, part of me is so dedicated to it, and it is kind of my priority A, really, to do this. I'm not approaching this kind of half-baked manner. I take it very seriously, but I get into this meditation and I realize that my mind has been elsewhere, not about a massive concern, a pressing issue, but just about nonsense. I was thinking about a Christmas gift I had to get for my children's Secret Santa. And then I realised it took me ages to realise that I was miles away and I should have been meditating, even though I went into it with such determination.
Mhm.
And I'm kind of wondering if that is, well, I think it probably is. I just want to hear your comments. A ploy of the ego somehow to stop me from doing this terrible thing to it, which is ignoring it and getting beyond it. I'm just wondering what your view is on that.
Yes, you're absolutely right, because the ego must be completely terrified of us first meditating, and second using words like I choose love. Yeah? I am love. That's so threatening. So the ego works harder, when we do things that take us really into that deep truth. And I think the important thing is to not take any notice. You just keep coming back, and it doesn't matter. Don't criticize yourself or judge yourself in any way, just because the ego would like that. Just notice, and you notice, oh, I'm thinking about Secret Santa. That's okay, good, normal. Take a breath, come back. And it doesn't matter if you disappear 50 times in a short meditation and you call yourself back, because you're strengthening, you're aligning yourself, as we're saying, with the strength of the Holy Spirit to bring you back, to help you be strong. So don't fight, never fight the ego. It fights back, it gets stronger. Just turn away. I always have that feeling that I'm not really turning my head, but I have this feeling of, as soon as I'm noticing what the ego is doing, that I just turn away. It's like, not paying it any attention. It's not anything. It's just nothing. Turn away, turn back, take a breath. I am love. You go away again, turn away, come back. I am love. You keep going. And your strength, when it's aligned with, or when it's the Holy Spirit's strength and you're aligning with it, it's stronger than anything the ego can do. You just keep going. Okay. Thank you.
Hey, Leela, would you like to say something? Take yourself off of mute.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being
Hi,
here.
Leila.
Hi, Lia. Yeah, actually, I just like to add up something to what you just said. I think one of the things which has been always in my way of meditating or choosing love was the fact that I would start doing that, and then thoughts will come up, like judging people or thinking about something, and then I would tell myself, you see, you are different. All these people are full of love. They are choosing love. And you are here just separate. You don't belong here. And that would be what I would believe, and then say, okay, so I just can't. And today the image I saw was, it's interesting. The image I saw from my mind was like, I'm kind of gardening. I'm in my garden, enjoy my garden. And I have a neighbor who threw trash into my garden and then says, you are so messy. Your garden is really trash. Like, it's so dirty. How dare you being so messy? And I could see that the moment I believed this neighbor, he would throw more trash. The only thing is just not to get any color and to say, okay, I see they are trash, but I still, again and again and again, I choose love. I see there are criticism in me. They don't belong to me. They are there. I don't hook up to them.
That's
I
right.
choose back the equality, the connection, love. So that is what I really practiced today. And I would say that was new, this freedom of, even though I have thoughts which don't look like loving, but I still choose love.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, that's beautiful. What I suggest with these things, because everybody has self-talk. We won't go into it at the moment where it all came from, but we all have self-talk until we don't. We eventually got through it. And self-talk that tells us we're not good enough, we're not lovable, we're different from other people, endless things. So with that self-talk, first, yes, we need to keep quietly turning from it and affirming who we really are. But also, it's really valuable to work with that self-talk, to write down what it is that those sentences are, that keep repeating, because you probably said them a million times. It's incredible. So they gather apparent strength, and they seem to be who we are. So you need to, I think, sit separately with it, not just in meditation, and be aware of what they are, and to read them, acknowledge them, and breathe, and let them go. I let go of that thought. I've been thinking this. I let that go now. That's gone. That's gone. When you consciously let it go, and also obviously at the beginning you ask for help. You say, Holy Spirit, I'm working on letting go the self-talk that gets in my way. Please, please help me align with your strength. And you breathe and you let it go, and it will go. But you can't just do it in the meditation, because you've got an ongoing fight and you haven't got, you probably won't have enough time to do it all. But if you separately acknowledge those self-talk, those negative self-talk, and deliberately let them go, and especially using the breath, they will gradually go. Then you go back to your meditation and you keep affirming that you're love or whatever you're working with. Thank you. Thank you very much, Leela.
Cheryl, take yourself off mute.
Hi, Leah. So great to see you.
Oh, Cheryl, I haven't seen you. There's so many people in the order. They're all so little. I hadn't realised it was you.
Yeah, it's been hiding on the other screen.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say hello, really, and just say it's so beautiful to see your face, and your voice is always so calming, and just your surroundings look amazing. It's like you're bringing a bit of that Spanish weather into my London house. And you always have such a calming effect. I actually took my video off because I did sit back and kind of lean back in my meditation chair. I did everything wrong. My feet were up. Felt really relaxed. I thought, I don't want to be seen doing that. But I just love your meditation. I am love. I choose love. My little mind goes off everywhere as well. But I just sort of, I'm not worried. I just sort of keep bringing it back.
Yeah.
And just maybe open my eyes now and again, have a look. Oh yeah, you're still here, and just the feeling is beautiful. And just having a whole lot of people together is always, obviously so powerful. So just wanted to pop up, say hello, say how much I love you, and say thank you.
Thank you. I love you too. Oh, beautiful. Yes, I do think this gentle way of things is very important. In the Manual for Teachers, gentleness is one of the qualities of a teacher of God, which therefore it means for all of us. And I know when I first came across that, I thought, that's interesting. Of all the qualities of a teacher of God, why gentleness? That's interesting. It was a long time ago. And then gradually I got it. This gentleness. It needs to pervade everything that we do and our entire being. So we bring this gentleness to everything. And then it's a gentle way of loving, a gentle way of turning from the ego. There's no fighting, and especially there's no being against anything. We're finding that with one or two people I've been working with, the importance of them, all of us recognizing that being against will never help us. If we see darkness of any form, then we call upon the Holy Spirit, or I call upon Jesus too. I like talking to him. And we can say, I see this darkness. Yeah, I see this thing that's shown up in my world. Help me with what to do about it. Help me to see if I can serve in some way. How can I bring light and love to this situation? That's my task. So I don't dwell on the darkness. I bring my gentle, loving spirit to what I'm going to be for. Everything has a for that you might have been against. So yeah, that's not much to do with what you said, but it stimulated that thought in me about how important gentleness is in everything that we do and be. Thank you.
Thank you. I have a comment in chat. It says, when the meditation started, the council came to cut the grass outside my window. The cutter was quite loud. during the meditation, I chose to be in love, and I chose to see the situation with love and to hear it as love. I felt a calm and did nothing. As soon as the gong for the meditation went off, the council went, and it was quiet again.
Wow. Wow, that's wonderful, isn't it? We're given such opportunities, aren't we, to deal with things? Yeah, because the cutting the grass was totally irrelevant. And yeah, whoever you were, it's wonderful. You managed to let it go and stay being loved. Super. Thank you.
Rona, would you like to take yourself? There we go. Have you
Hi.
Rona.
Hi, Lia.
Oh, hi, Rona.
Yeah, it's lovely to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks. I just want to say thank you. Yeah, I found that that I choose love, I am love. I found it just like a kind of just really strong, actually. It just really took me down and within really quickly, and it just feels like a place that, and then when you did the chimes, I was like, oh, I could have stayed in there for like another hour. So I'll definitely practice that. And I loved that concept of the messengers, actually. It made me think about Louise L. Hay and kind of like those kind of sort of 80s kind of ideas of, like I remember like those of like sending love before you wherever you're going, thinking about the building and sending love to it. And it makes complete sense about those kind of messengers going out. And so I'd like to continue to work with that. It makes sense to kind of use our own agency to give them power for love instead. Yeah.
Lovely. And the choosing, this place of choosing is so important, isn't it? Yeah, because obviously we are love and nothing can change that. We always have been, always will be, and we're always one with God. But we forget all that. So we need to do this conscious choosing, knowing that really what we're doing is remembering, but feeling that we choose. And as I say, aligning ourselves with the Holy Spirit, using His strength and getting out there every day and choosing not to judge, not to criticize, not to complain, to turn away from that. That's part of the forgiveness paradigm, just choosing not to judge. And there's a lesson today: I will judge nothing that occurs. And that doesn't mean just that day. It means making that choice too forever. When we are love, we couldn't possibly be also judging, could we? Or complaining or criticizing or comparing. So yes, there's being love, choosing once again to be love, to be what we truly are, is really powerful. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
That's lovely. Okay, we've come to the top of the meditation. Please take yourself off of mute and let's show our appreciation to Lia. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I love all of you very much. And if you want my email address, ask Dan, in case you want to join in anything or be on my mailing list. Lots of lovely things happen. And I want to say quickly, if I don't know if you've gone, is next Tuesday, we're taking the theme of today and going into it in more depth. We've got a 2-hour session next Tuesday evening. You might want to join. Much love. Bye-bye. I love you.
Love
Thank
you.
you, Lia.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.